In order to get money to buy it, they turn to crime. And that's the story. There are practically no happy endings when you fool with drugs.
I mean, I think kids that take a lot of acid must have some really big hang-ups.
Perhaps what you think or feel on a trip just doesn't fit in with the straight world, which you must return to and must learn to live in.
Been on bad trips on LSD. They saw rats, roaches in different sizes, shapes, and colors. That stuff ain't for me.
Leave narcotics absolutely alone.
Does this look like the face of a drug addict? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't enjoy those substances, but I do take drugs, a specific class known
as psychedelics.
Now, what is psychedelics, you might ask? Well, this includes mushrooms, acid, and DMT. The reason I take these drugs compared to, something like weed and alcohol is that weed and alcohol are stimulants. They affect your body, and it's more of like a fun time drug. Psychedelics helps you look inwards. They make you think about life, and it deconstructs certain thought patterns and makes you think openly and makes you think freely. Think of your brain as a snow hill. The thoughts are the sleds. Once you start going down enough times, the sled starts to create grooves within the hill, and it makes you stuck in this narrow-minded thinking. A psychedelic trip is like putting fresh snow on that hill. This helps you make your thoughts go literally in any direction. For me, it forced me to bring up shit that I would ignore and put to the back of my mind that I didn't want to think about. The worst trip I ever had was I took a tab on a shift, and I used to work film shoots, so it was like a 12-hour overnight shift, and during the shift it was so bad. I was feeling anxious as fuck, and I didn't know what to do, so I called my friend. I just wanted to talk to someone, and what I concluded from that conversation was I was lacking a sense of direction in life. You see, the thing is, at that point in my life, this was like 2 years ago, I had ideas of what I wanted to do, but nothing concrete. My idea was to make videos and to travel, but this was before I started traveling. Like, before I went to like California, Iceland, South Korea, all those places. This was before all that. He told me that he didn't know anybody that was doing that path and that idea. Everybody was in school, and that's sort of where the brand name UnAverag came from. It came from an acid trip. At the time, I was distracting myself with work and money, and work and money is important, but at the time that was the main part of my life. Money and work, that's a part of your life. What's more important, and what I still think is more important, is your dreams and your aspirations, what you want to do. What I realize is we have more than enough people who want to make money. We need more people who want to create great things. It made me realize that I was climbing up the wrong ladder. Money is important, but it was just a tool to get where I want to go. See, from this acid trip, I freaked out, and I had to confront something I was ignoring. I've been into psychedelics for like 2 years now, but the only reason I don't talk about it
is because of the stigma.
LSD 101 with Joseph Pedrosa. Okay, I'm gonna stop doing this voice. So, LSD is a Schedule 1 drug. This means that it provides no medicinal value and it has no purpose to it. But there's multiple articles and research stating that LSD can cure depression, anxiety, and even PTSD. Psychedelics provide a change in perspective. As Steve Jobs puts it, LSD shows you that there's another side to the coin. It reinforced my sense of what's important, creating great things instead of money, putting things back into the stream of consciousness as much as I could. The reason why the war on drugs started is because it started the counterculture movement in the USA. In the 1960s, when there was a lot of propaganda to fight in the Vietnam War, the hippies, who were tied with psychedelics, started chanting peace, love, and unity because why do you want to go to war? Nixon swore that was the root of what was happening, and he wanted to put an end to it.
America's public enemy number one in the United States is drug abuse.
After that, they stopped all funding, and it wasn't brought back into light until recently. The biggest thing that I learned on psychedelics is that the stuff that our generation finds important, the fame, the status, and the money, none of that shit matters. When you live your day-to-day life, you live it in this narrow-minded perspective. When you take acid, it literally opens your mind. I realized what made me unhappy and actively started to fix it. To further illustrate my point, this is your brain regularly, and this is your brain on psychedelics. Regions that wouldn't usually talk are now in lively conversation. These drugs help many people change in behaviors like cigarette and alcohol addiction. And depression and anxiety can be very similar to addictions. They make you run in the same patterns of thoughts and this character you created of yourself. Psychedelics can help you, break out of that. It helped with me. And if it wasn't for psychedelics, I wouldn't be able to forge the path that I created for myself. And I'm not telling you to take them. I'm just telling you what I learned from them and how it affected my life, every aspect of my life. And I won't take that away, and I won't consider myself a drug addict. These are tools. These are tools that help you. Do whatever you want with the information I provided, or, just watch this video and just go back to living your regular life. Thanks for watching.